The moment I saw inside my student's backpack, my heart stopped because my daughter was sitting 3 desks away. I was teaching my ninth grade class that year, and by pure luck, my daughter was in the same room. That alone kept me on edge every single day. But there was one boy who made it worse. He lived for attention. Constant flirting, non-stop comments, pushing limits just to get laughs. The girls had slapped him more times than I could count, and I'd sent him to the office so often, he eventually earned a permanent seat in the front row. Until one day, he begged me to sit in the back. I don't know why I agreed. Something told me not to, but I said yes. Midway through an assignment, the room was dead silent. That's when I heard whispering from the back. I looked up, and for half a second, my brain refused to accept what my eyes were seeing. He was showing another student something dark and metallic. It looked like a handgun. At first, I tried to convince myself it was fake. A toy. Anything but real. I stood up and walked closer, pretending to help another student. That's when my stomach dropped. It wasn't a toy. It was real. I could feel sweat running down my face. My hands started shaking so badly I could barely hold my phone. I dialed 911, but the room was too quiet. I couldn't speak. I couldn't leave. My daughter was right there. I texted the assistant principal in all caps, explaining exactly what I'd seen. No response. Seconds felt like hours. I knew I couldn't wait. I quietly called one of the girls to my desk and slid her a note. Asked to use the bathroom. Get the assistant principal. Tell him to check his phone. Leave the school immediately. She looked at me once and knew something was wrong. I forced myself to act normal. Smiled, walked around, pretended everything was fine while counting every breath. 5 minutes later, there was a knock. The assistant principal walked in like nothing was wrong, chatting with students, but the room felt different. Everyone could sense it. Then he calmly asked the boy to step into the hallway. Those few seconds, the boy walking past my daughter, were the longest moments of my life. The second he crossed the doorway, he was tackled to the ground. Later, we learned the truth. He was planning to use the gun on another student at lunch, and to this day, I still think about one thing. What if I had said no when he asked to sit in the back?